Today in this video, we'll discuss about the option premium. In the previous videos, we have discussed what option is. We have discussed the types of option, which is a call option and put option. Now we'll discuss what option premium is, and thereafter we'll discuss the factors which will affect the premium for the option. Now, the option premium is a premium which is paid by a buyer of a call option or a buyer of a put option. And the option premium comprises of two values, which is intrinsic value and time value. To understand this, we'll take an example and you will get an idea that only the in the money options will be having intrinsic value. So to understand this, we'll take a simple example. For example, let's assume that currently the Nifty is prevailing at 14,600. That's a current Nifty. So this is, I'm sitting at, let's say 20th April. The 20th April, the Nifty is 14,600. Now there is a call option, European call option, which is expiring. Maybe let's assume I can say on 23rd April. And the call option which is at 14,700. And there's another call option which is the same date, which is expiring on the same date at 14,000, let's assume 500. Now we need to just evaluate that which option will have a higher premium, and in this concept we'll understand the concept of intrinsic value and time value. Now if the call option 14,700 is there now and the current Nifty is 14,600, now what do you think? Will you be exercising this call? Not at all, because you have a right to buy at 14,700, whereas Nifty is at 14,600. Therefore, you will not exercise the call option, right? And therefore, payoff for this call option, for this payoff is zero, and this is out of money call option. This is out of money call option because you will not be exercising the call option, because the Nifty is available at 14,600, but you have purchased right to buy Nifty at 14,700. However, if Nifty goes down to 14,000, so again, if on the other hand, if the option you have purchased at 14,500, this is another option. At present, the Nifty is at 14,600. You have purchased a call option at 14,500. Now with this, so this is a part one. In part one, you will not exercising the option because quite obvious, the Nifty was available at cheaper prices. But here you have purchased the call option of 14,500, whereas Nifty at present is 14,600. Therefore, you would like to exercise the call option because here you will get Nifty at a cheaper price, right? So this is basically an in the money call option. You will exercise the call option. Definitely you will going to exercise the call option, right? And therefore, quite logically, the demand for this call option will be higher, right? And therefore, the premium for this call option will be much more than the premium for the first call option, which is on the out of the money call option. So if example, if the premium for this maybe it only rupees 20, whereas the premium for this maybe is like 120 rupees. So when I say 120 rupees, this comprises of two things. One, if I exercise this call option right now, I will have an advantage of rupees 100. You can see here, I had Nifty's at 14,600. This is at 14,500. If I will exercise the call option, I will have the advantage of 100 rupees. I'm paying a premium of 120. Which means remaining 20 is the time value. So the premium comprises of two values. 100 rupees is referred as intrinsic value. This is referred as intrinsic value. And this 20 rupees is time value. Whereas in this context, the intrinsic value is zero because you will not exercise the call option. As I mentioned, it will only have the premium only considered only time value. So in this, this premium is comprising only time value, whereas in the second option, which is the in the money option, the premium comprises of both the intrinsic value as well as the time value. Let me take another example. So this was the option example using a call option. Let me take another example. Let me change the color to explain this. And this time I'll go with the put option. So Nifty at present is at 14,600. I purchased one put for the same date at 14,700 and another put I have purchased at 14,400. Now what is a put? We all know put is what? Right to sell. Just think like this. If you have this put, Nifty is 14,600, it means you have a right to sell at 14,700. At present the Nifty is 14,600. Will you exercise the put option? The answer is yes, I will exercise the put option. So this put will definitely be in demand. The premium for this put, I can name this put as your choice number 3, will be much higher. Whereas in this case 14,400, so you have a right to sell at 14,400, the market is 14,600, you will not be exercising this put, isn't it? We will not be exercising the put option, therefore this will not be exercised. This is again out of money call, whereas this is in the money call. So the premium for this put in the money put will be higher compared to this put which is out of the money. So maybe this put maybe will be commanding, let's say, 130 rupees, which is, if I'll exercise this put, it will have 100 rupees of intrinsic value and 30 rupees is time value of money. 100 rupees how? I will exercise it, I will have a benefit of 100 rupees. I can sell at 14,700 while the market is the spot rate is 14,600. So I have a gain of 100 rupees. This is a positive payoff. But the premium is 130, the 30, this is time value of money. So this refers intrinsic value and this refers 30 is time value. Similarly, in this case, the premium will be much lesser, maybe like 30 only. So intrinsic value in this case is 0. Intrinsic value will be 0. It only comprises the time value. So this is what the concept of intrinsic value and time value. Now let me also go and explain you going in the real data and explain you how the in the money and out the money and intrinsic value and time value look like. So I'll go back to the websites and I have got what is got is, you can see now I have got the Nifty data, which is got both call and put, and now I can see, so Nifty at, when I was looking at Nifty is at 14,617, and from this I will compare it. So 14,617, first I will look at call. So look at this, you have a right to buy at 14,700, right? You have a right to buy at 14,700, which is expiry date is which is 22nd April, and this is on the 16th April 14,617. So definitely at present it's out of the money call, because why should I buy at this price when it is available at 14,600? Let me go at some lower prices. So again you can see 14,800, the premium has fallen down. And if I go look at yeah, 14,650. Now look at this part and we will see how the things are changing. 14,650 is the call option. The current Nifty position is 14,617. So this is in the money call. Sorry, this is also not in the money call. But you can see the premiums have increased because closer. Let me see if I can find any in the money call. I can find some in the money call. At present, in the money calls are not available. Because I can see 14,600 here, 14,600 here. So this is 14,600. Currently Nifty is 14,617. You have a right to buy at 14,600. You will buy it, right? So this is in the money call, and look at the premium for this in the money call. This is high because this comprises of two things. You have what is called as a intrinsic value, and the intrinsic value will look like, because you're paying a premium of 135 rupees. So if I compare this with 14,617, I'm gaining 17 rupees, and the remaining is the time value of money, right? So whereas in this 14,700, this is just only a because nobody will exercise this call option at present. So this is out of the money call, and this is, you can see the premiums is lesser. So all in the money call will have a higher premium. Let me again look for the put options. So put option is right to sell. So let me have a right to sell. So I will, it might go at 15. Yeah, look at put option at a higher price. So I can write to sell. Um, so can I find put at 14,700? So I have a right to sell at 14,700, whereas the current Nifty is 14,617. So I will exercise my put option, and you can see the premiums is very high. Whereas look at 14,400. These look at these two put, and you will get an idea how the in the money and out the money. This 14,400. This is out of the money call because currently Nifty is 14,617. You have 14,400. Why will you like want to exercise this put? And therefore, this is premium is lesser. It's only comprising of time value. Whereas this has both element 14,700. It has both intrinsic value as well as it will have a time value. So I think with this we've tried to understand what is the concept of the option premium and what is the difference between intrinsic value and time value in the option premium. In the remaining sessions, we'll discuss the other factors which will influence the premium. Thank you very much.